The Member of Parliament for Vieux Fort South and former Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, in his contribution Thursday to the budget debate, painted a bleak picture of St. Lucia's economic performance. Dr. Anthony says despite the unparalleled borrowing, the gross domestic product has declined sharply, though the exact extent of the downturn is disputed.
The decline in our GDP is so drastic that it is unknown at this time, the precise quantum of the decline. At one sitting, we were told by the Minister of Finance that GDP had declined by an estimated 18%. And I'm sure honorable members will confirm they remember this. I also recalled that the Minister of Finance also suggested in a previous sitting in this House that the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank had estimated that GDP had declined even further, possibly, and these were his cautionary words, by some 22%. If any country suffers a GDP decline of 15, 16, 17, 18%, worse yet 22%, 27%, it is a veritable disaster. It's a monumental disaster, Mr. Speaker.
The former Minister of Finance criticized his successor for failing to provide relief to struggling St. Lucians at a time of acute hardship, despite what he says is the previously unheard of level of borrowing, which he calculates at $1.1 billion in the space of 2 years.
In acquiring $618 million in debt, how much relief was provided to the ordinary St. Lucian during this period of crisis? Can the government say how much of that debt actually touched people's lives? How much of that debt went and benefited people individually? How much employment was created? How did the average single mother's student benefit? How can St. Lucians be expected to repay this debt when they were not the beneficiaries of the same? Mr. Speaker, I sure hope that the Honourable Minister for Finance can provide some measure of accountability on the matter of debt and its intergenerational burden. Let's tell the people the truth.
Dr. Anthony, in his contribution to the debate, raised the familiar criticism which has been levelled against the government, that of focusing on projects at the expense of people.
In their time of greatest need, when lives and livelihoods were being lost, the UWP administration prioritized expenditure on roads rather than provide relief to St. Lucians in the form of refunds which are legally due to them. This is a time when citizens need money in their hands, in their pockets. This is a time to put some of the promised ching-ching in the pockets of working St. Lucians, not deprive them of what they're justly entitled. The more money that is in circulation, the more people have disposable income, the better it is for all of us and for the economy.
The two political parties are at odds over the ways in which public funds should be expended during this crisis. Prime Minister Allen Chastanet continues to press ahead with his infrastructural projects in the expectation that it would provide a big boost to the economy. The St. Lucia Labour Party, for its part, argues that the projects are being undertaken at the expense of the welfare of the people who require urgent direct assistance in this time of need. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.